Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks and to an open with me. This is a different one. This is not a magazine, it's a little book with a free gift. So if you haven't already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell and you'll be informed when the new videos pop up. So this one is called a Crochet Encyclopedia. The actual flap. The Encyclopedia of Crochet is what it's called. It's just that the flap of the free gift kind of came up a bit far and I couldn't see it. It opened up inside the plastic. So let's get it open and have a little look at what we've got. Lots of projects by the looks of it. Now I found this in my local supermarket. So it's by Crochet Now by the looks of things. Whoa, it's rather hot in here today. This is Rocco the Racoon. So this is the free gift. Make me tonight, it says. An exclusive kit designed by Irene Strange. Everything you need inside. Yarn in 4 colours, eyes and nose. It's opened, but as it was sealed, I'm hoping it is all in there. Let's have a look. We've got some yarn. 4 yarns, and a little pack of eyes and nose. So that's all there. No hook, so not everything you need, but everything you need apart from the hook, I guess. Not that I like the hooks they normally put in these kits in any case. They're usually pretty nasty plastic things. Occasionally you get a little metal one. But obviously that must sellotape on the outside. So there we go. That's the free gift. Little Amigurumi Rocco the Racoon. Sorry about the lights, but it's daytime, but very, very dingy today. Very dark. And I've just noticed that my Christmas lights are on. So if the flashing or changing colour does annoy, I'll have to turn it off. So there we go. This is... For your Rocco Racoon pattern, alternative makes and more, look inside issue 44 of Crochet Now. And there you can get www.ppjump.com/Rocco Racoon. Or, Rocco Racoon. So put that aside and let's have a look at this huge book, which is entitled The Encyclopedia of Crochet. Your ultimate guide to crochet. 55 patterns for all abilities. Step-by-step guides. Toys made easy. Build your skills. And brought to you by the experts at Crochet Now. So that's fun. We'll have a little look. We've obviously got some Mosaic Crochet as well. Okay, so let's have a little look. Maybe it's not all patterns. There'll be lots of tutorial-y bits. So looking at this page, this is probably what we've got inside. Now we've got quite a simple cushion. And we've got some granny square fingerless mittens. Now this looks very similar to the country cottage granny that I made. So that shouldn't be too difficult. We've got, I think that's a polar bear. I always get it wrong. I don't know why. But my ability to spot a crocheted animal is not the best skill I possess. So there we got this thingy, whatever that, see what I mean? And another cushion, a bit of a shawlette, what looks like might be a bag, and a shawl, and a thingamajig that's folded that I can't identify. See what I mean? I never said I was perfect, just nearly. Oh, we've also got a nice little sweater. It looks like a rainy day sweater there. And a nice wide cushion. Now, I so happen to have a cushion that's that shape. It came with my egg chair. That those of you who are familiar with my channel will know I sit in that in the summer on my decking. And it had this cushion at the top, which used to get in the way of my head, so I took it off. And so I've got a cushion that's like that shape. I could make that. I've got a wall hanging. I don't do wall hangings. I don't see the point of them. I don't know why, but maybe a festive one would be okay. But just a wall hanging for the sake of having some wall hanging, I don't do. And we've got a scarf that looks quite simple to make again. I've had a bit of a moan about some of the patterns lately that have just been row after row after row of UK trebles or US doubles, which to me is a cop-out of a pattern. But at least this one's got a little bit of a different thing at the bottom and in the middle. So hopefully it's not bad. We'll see. We'll see as we go. Obviously, they say for all abilities, so there has to be some that are very, very simple, which is not a bad thing. We've got the basics. Get to grips with the essential crochet techniques and get started on a few simple projects. So hopefully it's well structured and we'll have all the simple stuff together, and then we'll get a bit better as we go on at crochet. So we'll, obviously not we, I mean, whoever's reading the book, and then they'll get harder throughout. Hopefully that's how I would do it. So we've got a hexagon blanket, and I said in my last Open With Me that I've got lots of hexagons on my channel and I've never once done a hexagon blanket on here. So that would be something that I'd like to do. I've got some more fingerless gloves, which are not so holy, and stripy. I've got a few patterns for those on my channel if you want to find them. Learn the basics. We've got a few pages of this, I think, because it's showing you, but there are tutorials on YouTube, which if you are like me, learning from a picture is not as easy as watching somebody do it. So we've got finishing techniques showing you about blocking and how to sew things together and different techniques. Now these are obviously just basic ones. There's a few extra special ones. I've even just done one recently which is completely invisible. This is the seed stitch, perfect for beginners. Just repeat 1 double crochet, 1 treble. So that is obviously a UK term. So that's 1 single crochet, 1 treble, 1 double crochet, 1 single, 1 double. So to us it's 1 double, 1 treble. For you guys it's confusing. It's 1 single, 1 double. Don't you just love the way they like to confuse us? But that's quite a nice stitch for a hat, because, you know, some of them are quite lacy, and that will give you a nice kind of beanie. So this is the LV Slouchy Beanie, and that's what it looks like. And there's a few bits and pieces of, you know, pattern there. We've got this hexagon blanket. It's called the Hexy Love blanket. And there is all the kind of chart there as well that shows you how to do it. Step in line gloves, which is a nice tight stitch, so I'd hasten to add that that's probably UK double or US single. Boxy summer top. Now that's not bad. If you're going to have baggy sleeves, at least let them be short. If I was making this, I wouldn't make them that baggy. I don't really do sleeves that are that baggy for me. So we're now going on to the subject of granny squares. Now this one here, I don't know if you can see it. They've only decided to join it at corners, and for me, this would go well out of shape because it's not. I'd have to stitch that personally. To have that big hole, it's just going to see how that is doing that. It's going to get worse at the bottom after wearing it for some time, because it's going to, gravity will pull it. So to me, I wouldn't really do that. That's not a join I would advocate doing. So we've got the fingerless gloves. We've got we've got a blanket that looks bobbly, and then one that doesn't. And then we've got this, which I think is a bag. I might be wrong. So get to grips with granny squares. Now they will teach you whatever way they're going to teach you, but it's not my way. And it's already, I can see it's not my way. Now, I always say if you're a beginner and you want to learn the proper way. Don't learn one way and then have to go redo it another way. That's just, why would you do that? Why would you learn twice? It's not that hard. The technique involved in making this a seamless granny square is really not that hard. So why we need to chain here and end here, I don't know. Unless you're going to chain up and come back this way and have the reverse of your work showing, I don't think that's really the right way to teach people. But, you know, I guess that's what they're doing. So that's how they teach people to do a granny. And we've got quite a few pages on the teaching granny, and then we're going to block our granny. make it complete square. Mine always end up square anyway. So I don't know that. Now, these are called the Go Granny Mitts, these ones. Like I say, they're very similar to my Country Garden Granny Square, which I love. Bit tricky, but I do love it. And this one's got a bobble on it. So it's a bobble baby blanket. And then we've got the Love Me Do blanket, which is just a bunch of granny squares. And the colour is what makes the pattern. And that goes on quite a page. I didn't notice it when I see it like that, but it is a heart. So that is a good chart if you want to make a heart. It's always handy to have a chart. So it's actually a throw. It's a throw. I didn't see it as a throw. It's called the North Star. Now, sometimes when you make a throw, and I think this one is one of those cases, where you put these kind of different styles together, sometimes this part here is not seamless. It's not, it looks clunky, for want of a better word. Now, I made Harley a blanket that was big squares, different types of squares, lots of little squares attached. It's perfectly square. If you do it and you're careful, it can work out. But sometimes if you're not careful, you do get this clunky kind of join, which I'm not keen on. But, you know, at least they're giving you some different things to do with your grannies. And this is the long cardigan, and I just feel like this is going to stretch out all the more. It's called the Linen Drape Cardi, but you don't have to join it like that. You could simply just put one in the middle of each square, and it's going to stop that happening. Rather than just join it at the ends, you could just tack it there as well if you wanted to do it that way. But personally, no, I would join the whole thing. Pop into a podcast. Well, you're welcome to join mine anytime you like. So we've got a few editorials here and bits and pieces. I think these are all just different podcasts if you want to check them out. I'm not there, guys. They don't ask me. Could get upset. No, I won't get upset. Anyway, here we go. Amigurumi time. We've got Wallace and Gromit. Got to love a bit of Wallace and Gromit. We have some techniques, and we've got various bits and pieces to make. He's quite unusual, little music dude. I could do that for Mike. We've got the, I don't know if it's just a plique. That's why that's on here. Maybe, I don't know. So let's go. Magic ring. Oh my God, straight away. Whap him round fingers twice. Why? Why do that? It is so easy. I have a magic ring tutorial which will I'm going to do it as a short. It can be that quick. I'm going to make it as a short because there is no way you need to do all this stuff. It's just ridiculous way to do a magic ring, and I can understand why people can't do it because they teach such a cack-handed way to do it. I'm going to move on. I don't like that at all. Patty the polar bear. At least I got that right. It was a polar bear. I could recognise it for once. Normally I say this something or other, it turns out to be a lion, and I go, what? But this one did look kind of polar bearish, so there we go. Patty the polar bear. Nice, actually, quite like that one. Ah, it's a seal. You probably all were screaming out at me. It's a seal, it's a seal. This is called Sea Lion Dion. Sea Lion Dion cushion. It's a cushion. Oh, why did that move? It's like wanted to go tracking. Sea Lion Dion. Oh my God, that is. It's funny. I like that. I like that. I really do. So anyway, that's a seal cushion. Harmonicat. Playing a harmonica. I thought it had a bit of a funny face. Harmonicat. I did buy Mike a harmonica once, and he did play it for a while. Wallace and Gromit. Mike's my son. If you're new to my channel, he's a musician and songwriter and all-around superstar. I do use his his music in my videos sometimes for my thank you ones and yeah. Anyway, Wallace and Gromit. Oh, my son Paul, my oldest son, was a massive Wallace and Gromit fan. Mike liked them too, obviously, but I think Paul was a bit more of a fan of them, although Mike watched every one of them, so I can't really say that. Got lots of pattern. This is the jelly jumper because it's got a jellyfish on the front. So that's kind of cute, and it should be quite easy to make. It's one stitch really, isn't it? And the applique you put on afterwards, and the little curlies. So and a cuff, which it's not going to be pretty taxing. So that should be cool. This is called Amigurumi Kids. I don't know why it isn't. We're not making the child, so I don't know why it's called that. It's a pullover at the end of the day. A guide to yarn subbing. Or if you want to substitute it, just make sure it's the same thickness. And if you're using warm colours, use warm colours. Don't use warm and cold. Simples. But there you go. So this one is subbing out yarn still. We've got colour work, how to incorporate colours. Changing colour and fair isle. Yarn bobbins. Never made a yarn bobbin in my life. I just use little balls. Mosaic crochet. So I was thinking today, before I even opened this magazine, book, whatever you want to call it, of making another mosaic cushion. I made one. It's gorgeous. And I did the square as a tutorial, but I didn't make it into a cushion. And I've got some more cushions, and it's my favourite one that I put my laptop on it when I'm doing my YouTube. So maybe I'll make some more. I have some really nice Picasso yarn. Perhaps I'll do it with that. It'll lend itself beautifully to do it. So maybe I will. But that's Mosaic Crochet. There's charts for it as well as the instructions. And we've got the Cozy Plaid Wrap. That's actually quite nice. I like that. It's not as hard as it looks, believe it or not. The yarn will make that effect, but it's not as difficult as it looks. Mix Tape Mandala. I guess it does look like an old-fashioned tape machine, doesn't it, with a circle. Mix Tape Mandala. So we've got some spike stitching going on, and some bobbles, some clusters. So that might be a nice one to make. Make a nice coaster, like post stand or something. And here we've got the terrific tapestry cushion, which, I like it. It's quite nice. It is, actually. I was thinking, I've got one this size. I was thinking of making it into a subscribe cushion, but I've got nowhere on my channel to sort of put it. Although, in my new room for Hobby Rocks, which is my upcoming business, perhaps when I record there, it's a bigger environment. I might have room for a subscribe cushion. So you never know. I might do it. Never know. So we've got the Infinite Love Shawl. That's using the skills of the mosaic that you've already just learned. And here again is the chart for that, showing you where to go, as well as the detailed written instructions, which I don't linger over because obviously there's somebody's pattern and they don't want me to do that. So this is the Glacial Sunrise cushion. Well, I would just call that abstract rather than anything else. It's just abstract design. But I'm not really sure I like the way this edges, or these edges even, work up. It's kind of a bit staggery. Kind of looks a bit messy. I think if you used a fluffy yarn, one with a fluffy-ish vibe, that would hide that. It would just all merge. Even if it was something like a little chenille kind of fluff to it. That's the only way that you get out of that, I think, personally. But again, there is a chart for that. So far, Christmas lights are fine. So that's all right. Corner to corner now. This is C2C, corner to corner. So this is all the basics, telling you what to do and how to do it and all that stuff. And all of these patterns here are C2C. So we've got the wrap. We've got this one. We've got an owl. We've got the wall hanging and the basics. So that's over the next few pages. We'll have that. So this is showing you how to do it and how to change colour. We've got the wall hanging for the first project to sort of whet your teeth. Appetite. Grit your teeth. I don't know. I'm mixing my metaphors. Oh well. This is called the snow-capped wall hanging. Okay, so then we've got the Wild Safari Blanket. Kind of looking like animal print, I suppose. That's the vibe behind it. And should you need an animal print chart for any reason, there is one here, which is always cool. And now this is actually Hector the Owl Cozy. So he's a cozy. I'm not sure what a cozy is, but perhaps he's a cushion. Maybe. He's a cozy. I like him. He's kind of cool. And there we've got a little chart for him. Now we've got an advert for Crochet Now to subscribe on this page here. Number 1 crochet magazine. I'm not sure that that's really true, but there we go. We've got a way to subscribe there should you want to. Okay, what else have we got? The California Baby blanket. It's just really triangles. Rhubarb mesh shawl. Now I think I've seen this pattern somewhere else before, because I think I remember the name rhubarb mesh. So whether this is in one of the magazines, I don't know. Maybe some of them are. Maybe all of them are. I don't know. Craft room dreams. So it's all about craft rooms, which before I had a craft room, I used to be very jealous of looking at. But now I still am, because most of them are bigger than mine. So whatevs. Now we've gone on to the Tunisian crochet. So at least this magazine does pick up everything. So these are the Tunisian crochet tutorials, where I thought that was just row after row of maybe double crochet UK, single crochet US. It's not Tunisian. We've got a wrap. We've got a scarf. We've got a thingy, whatever that is. I want to say it's an iPad cover or something like that. And we've got the basics. So here we've got all the how-to pages, which we'll go over a few. Our top 5 Tunisian hooks. And that was actually a wash knit. There you go. It's called the Super Simple Wash Knit. Well, that told me, didn't it? So there we go. And we've got the Foxglove Scarf, which is Tunisian, and they've got a few more intricate stitches in. Tunisian Shell Wrap. See, now, if I wouldn't do that as Tunisian. If I was going to make a shell wrap, that looks very similar to the scarf I've recently made with the sort of shell patterns. I did a couple. I wouldn't do Tunisian for that. I would just make that normal. I don't know why. I would do it Tunisian because it has a tendency to curl. Anyway, here we are, the Nautical Stripes cushion. We've got the kind of names of the designers there at the bottom. I've not been giving them any credit for it, unfortunately. I didn't see it till late. La Riviera cropped cardigan. If you're into your cropped cardigans, sleeves are not overly baggy. They're not that shaped, but they're not overly baggy. So that's in there as well. Now we're going over to all natural, talking about yarn and wool and Angora hemp. So we're going over the different kind of media that you can work with. Now we've got hairpin lace. This is different, isn't it? Using the special loom, hairpin lace adds a beautiful, intricate effect to your makes. That's if you really like doing lacy stuff. So here we go. I don't know what the difference is between hairpin and broomstick, or whether it's the same thing or not, but here we go. This is the hairpin lace, so this is how to make it with your little loom, if you're into that. I will definitely have some patterns, I guess, for that. Joining strips. Wow, it's quite, so you'd have to do it with a hook. It's quite a good little, because it's not something you come across every day, so that's quite good. And then we've got the Driftwood lace cowl, which is here. And I've got a picture that's a bit more zoomed in. That's what it would look like. So the only person I know that does ultra lacy stuff is Kristen Armdahl. If you've not heard of her before, might be good to check her out. And there we've got this blue bottle poncho. Broomstick lace. So it's not the same thing altogether. Learn Broomstick Lace. I did actually get a free gift in one of the magazines for Broomstick Lace, like the little tool to make it. Obviously it's smaller than the other one. So there we go. Learn Broomstick Lace. We've got that coming up over a few. Same principle, I think, but just on a smaller scale. We've got a hot pink cowl that you can make with your Broomstick Lace. And Broomstick Beach Shawl. They all just seem very similar patterns though. And I suppose there's a great deal of different things you can do with it. So we've got advert for sewing. Say hello to the Dream Crochet. So this is just some funky stuff that's been made, making it fashionable. Well, in some ways. We've got a nice bright dress, cardigan. I made one very similar to that when I was young. And we've got skirts and tops. Oh, this is cute. Embroidery. Learn to embroider Tunisian crochet. Well, you can embroider onto any amigurumi. It doesn't have to be Tunisian, does it? But I've embroidered loads of hats and things like that. And what we've got here, add details to your makes. So it's just embroidering on. And there we've got a really nice cushion. Turn over to have a go with this cushion. And there's the little chart for it. The Snuggle Bunny. So we've got pattern for that. Celebration of Craftivism. Craftivism. Is that a name? Is that a word? They're making up words like me. Advanced techniques. Elevate your crochet with these more advanced techniques and stitches and techniques. Now, I would not have thought in a gazillion years that this was advanced. This would be one of the ones that I'd look at and have thought, well, that looks very, very basic stitches, but maybe there's something in here that I haven't come across or didn't see. But there's all of the special stitches. What have we got? Primrose stitch. It's a combination of stitches, really, isn't it? Waistcoat stitch. Houndstooth stitch. So it's introducing you to other stitches, so I guess that's the intricate part of it. But houndstooth's great stitch. It reminds me of my mum. Back in the 60s, everything was houndstooth. And it also reminds me of the scar gigs that Gary and I went to. Hounds of Love scarf, it's called, this is. But yeah, houndstooth reminds me a lot of two-tone and Madness and the Specials and Selector, all the bands of the day. Lots more besides, not just them. We used to go to a lot of gigs like that. Lots of people wearing houndstooth. Not crocheted, but, you know, just the fabric. So there we go. We've got a little bit on astronomy in the stars. And we've got the usual conversion and hook sizes and UK to US terms and all that. And that's the end. So tell me, what do you think of the Encyclopedia of Crochet Ultimate Guide? I actually quite like a lot of the different things that they're introducing people to. I think that's actually not a bad little book. It's got a free gift. It's got Rocco the Racoon to be made. So yeah, I'm not too well, what's the word? I am quite impressed. Not the last magazine I wasn't, but this one's not bad. Now the price of it though is £12.99. You do get quite a bit for your money in this one, but it's £12.99. And the silly thing is, I didn't realise I'd already got it, and I bought two. So either I will do a giveaway for one of these magazines, one of these books, and so watch out for that, or I will take it back to the shop for my money back. However, it probably will end up being a giveaway, knowing me. So thank you for watching. Tell me what you think, whether you'd like to see it as a giveaway on my channel, or what you like about it. Do you like the fact that they're introducing lots of different techniques and styles, and not just the usual run-of-the-mill kind of, things you see in the magazine. So tell me what you think, and whether you think I should do it as a giveaway, whether you'd like to sort of receive it. Thanks for watching then. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.